How's it going, guys? Got a new phone. I want to try out the video quality on this sucker. But I am headed to town. I got to go to the parts store. Got to go to Tractor Supply. We got to get parts. We got to get engine oil. And the 98 is a 98 California. I actually have to smog this freaking thing. It's a 12 valve. But its build date is smog exempt year. So I'm going to get it refereed. But that's not for another month. And I got to register it this month. So it's kind of screwed, but I'm gonna go ahead. I tried just to see what I would do because I swapped out the transmission, so it's got a stick shift now. It's got a check engine light for the transmission, so by that definition it actually wouldn't pass smog. I'd have to put an automatic back in it or different computer. So I tried a computer off of my 97 parts truck, which was a 5-speed, and it didn't do anything. Well, it actually fired up and worked just fine, but we didn't have oil pressure and some other stuff was flashing, so I turned it off and put my old one, hooked it back up. That's why the airbox is out of the way, so I can get this back together. And we're gonna head to town. I'll take you guys around the shops and stuff. It sounds like a fun video to do today. I want to try out this new phone. I'm gonna come down here and grab my wallet. But two things. If anybody knows a good place to buy the little hitch that you can put the tripod to put the gooseneck ball on, so when I have a machine loaded up, I can drop the weight off of the jacks onto the ball. Let me know about that. And then if anybody's got a 98 12 valve stick shift computer so I can get rid of the check engine light, or if you know how to do that, let me know. I would appreciate that. Comment below. She's a little dirty, but that damn gauge or that light never goes out. You need to clear the code. It says transmission error, yada yada. So we're gonna go to town, gotta change oil, and I gotta get a new steering box for that truck up there. Oh man, we need this thing though. Core. Oh, it's heavy. That's off of the 94. I put a new one off of a parts truck on it. But they want 180 bucks for the core and 400 bucks for the part. Unless you got an account number, then it cuts it in half. I don't know. They're making a lot of money off just the general public. They probably still make a lot of money off me buying it for 200. But we got what we need for charge. So both of my trucks here are 98 12 valves. That one's 5-speed swapped. It doesn't have check engine light. Maybe I'll steal a computer out of that. I'm gonna sell this one eventually. It needs smogged right now because I transferred it into my name. That's the only thing I need to do. Plus it needs a box. But if the build date on the truck and the engine say 97, that is the last year of smog exempt, then the referee can sign it off as a smog exempt vehicle. And that's what I'm gonna do with this one. I've said it before. Look at this. People always ask what my headlights are on this truck. They are fall aparters. There we go. Junk came with the truck. But I just wanted to mention that now so that anybody watching this video, don't call me clickbait for not actually talking about it. But I got an appointment set. Probably just smog that one because I still can. This one's got the damn check engine light. First stop, Napa. Boom. Ah, success. Winter's coming, so you gotta stock up on these stupid ones. Stop number 2, pick up some engine oil. They got it in the 2.5 gallon jugs. Well, hell, they don't have this stuff I normally get. So I'll get 2 of these. I normally get the synthetic. Load it up. Well, I spent my daily allowance. Got oil, got everything I need to fix purple truck. Gonna go home and test a set of injectors somebody sent me. See if they got a leaky injector. Look at this guy. You see this? Freaking retard. What the hell was that? Let's get out of here before he tries to back up into my truck. Derp. That truck's cool. I'm actually kind of digging this one a lot more lately. The power, I'll admit, the 24 valve power is quite a bit better. Let's grab these injectors. We'll talk about it when we get down there. But I know I said that red truck was my dream truck. It's not quite doing it for me. I think I'll sell it. Ha! To anybody that bought that. But it's not what my old truck was, I'll say that. I really wish I hadn't sold my old one, but I did, and we move on. New little buddy's ready for battle tomorrow. Oh, what the hell was that? What the hell? A dog put a piece of firewood out in the middle of the road. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. Old trucks are fun, but gosh, mainly I like them because the 12 valves are like smog exempt, they're grandfathered in. But other than that, driving around, like you can just get an early common rail. It's called Smoke That Truck, and it's gonna ride so much nicer, so much quieter. I mean, some people are obviously like, oh no, I like the noise. I'm there too, it's cool, but oh, 12 valve. I love them, but then they're stupid. But let's go ahead and test these injectors. So this old boy reached out to me. He said, well, his 12 valve's knocking, so we're gonna check it for a fuel leak or leaky injector or something. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm gonna check the injectors anyway. We had a price. He met the price. I'm not gonna do that all the time, but I felt like we've been talking for a minute. I was gonna see if I could help him. So I got the injector tester. I'm probably hardly ever gonna use it. So we're gonna try it now on his stuff. Let's find a nice home for you so we can hook up to this. Where are we? Let's test her out. My bottle so I can test it into something. They look pretty clean. I thought they were going to be all gumped up, but not bad. We're going to check to see if it's got good spray pattern or if sucker leaks. That one's shooting backwards. One of the nozzles is... That ain't good. I don't know if you guys can see that on there. It's a lot more forgiving with an old school injector. I just ran a wire wheel on it. Done that before, cleans them up good. But it's like a garden hose. At the end of its clog, it's gonna shoot off sideways, and that's what this one's doing. This one over here shoots backward just a little bit, but it's got a good fog to it. Pops off at 3,000 PSI, so I wrote it all on here. He's got the all injector numbered, so I can put it back in the bag. I'm gonna run through the rest of them. This one's real obvious at shooting it backwards. I know it's not very easy to see through the bottle, but instead of pulling the handle hard, I'm just gonna make it so it's like a nice little easy pop. You see how it's shooting it backwards? See that back one, closest one to us? And that, yeah, that's not supposed to be doing that. So these are dirty, dirty. I'm gonna try cleaning this one. If it doesn't do any good, I'm just gonna do the rest of them. This one's popping off about 3,100 though. Sun's going down, feeling like wintertime. Almost need a sweatshirt, but and I need to clean the shop up. That's purple truck stuff. Do the front end on it, and the new engine for Grandma's truck. Thanks to my cousin Tommy. But I cleaned all the injectors. They were all, I mean, you're a 12 valve. You're gonna be rolling a little bit of coal even if it's stock. I mean, it's got just soot build up on there, just like you would expect. And clean that soot off there, and it cleaned up the spray pattern on all of them. They were all popped off right at 3,000. That one actually went to 3,100. But I'm gonna write it down on a little cheat sheet because it rubbed off pretty easily on these little bags. But I've been talking to this guy for a while. He's got a knock. We were kind of thinking it might be something like how I was hoping it was a fuel knock with a P-pump swap 24 valve in Grandma's truck. And I got the tester. I said, what the heck, I'll test him for you. And so if he's watching this, there's your information on it. I'm gonna write it all down. You'll probably see this video before these get back to you, but I would run them. I don't think the injectors are the issue, sadly. I wish it was. Doesn't hurt to swap out injectors every once in a while. It's pretty inexpensive on a 12 valve or a 24 valve, but they're not as finicky as the newer stuff. The common rail stuff's, You got to have very, very clean injectors, clean fuel all the time. Someone's honking at my flags. Anyway, so injector test done. Glad I get to use this kit a little bit more than what I bought it for, was just to mess with the pop-off pressure on the 24 valve injectors. So let's switch gears and go to that. All right, guys, you saw me take it apart, but I'm not going to show you. I put it back together with some other goodies in it. That will be in a completely different video when I go through this whole engine. I want to lump that all together. I still need to work on this side and regasket the top. But as far as you guys know, the left side is all back together. One downfall of pretty much every 9812 valve that there is they are 53 blocks. That's a 53 block. My other one's a 53 block. The way you fix a 53 block from cracking the block, this is actually a 98 block. I know it is, and I'll show you why here in a second. But I'll show you how you fix it. Now, you take your water pump, because it's prone to crack on the water side of things. So it'll normally crack right in here. Somebody's out there spinning their tires. But you take this little ring off and you shave an 1/8 inch off of each one of these fins, and that trims the water pump so it does not build up a bunch of pressure. I think, what did Roland say? At 2,000 RPM, it's 60 PSI pushing out of the block. So you trim that down. It actually helps cool better because it's not rushing the coolant so fast through there. But what makes this thing different than the normal block is it is a 12 valve. Now, if you get a 98 12 valve, you will have a 24 valve bottom end, pretty much. But this is not a 53 block. It'll say right there in that little jacket. But it does have the crank sensor spot right there. And it has the dual oil return. This is, by definition, a 97 12 valve. Okay, that's the build date on it. But you look at this one over here, this is the same thing. This is another 97 12 valve, but it's only got one return. So this is an early model 12 valve. Now, you come over here and look on this side. There's no sensor spot right here. There's no block. So, yeah. That's a rare bird right there, I think. I guess, I don't know. But Tommy said that engine was supposedly out of a 98 truck. I thought it was for sure going to be a 53 block. But I know how to remedy that. If it hasn't cracked already, chances are it was never going to crack. But I will trim the water pump on my 98 12 valve because it is a 53 block. I've already done so on my purple one. And they both have right at 230,000 miles on them. But I just thought that was weird. Little history lesson, learning the engines. A little bit more telltale signs of what you're actually running. But it's not a 53 block. So we're good-ish. I mean, I'm happier. It don't really matter, I guess. We're going to put it in the truck at the end of the day. But that's it, guys. Stay tuned for next time. Hope you enjoyed the 12 valve history lesson. And we will see you guys. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get them numbers up, boys. And have a good day. Later.